Titled this group Mortal Kombat Therapy. Do you listen to Action Bronson? Nah, I don't listen to the white Ghostface Killer. No. I'll just listen to Ghostface Killer. Cal Kessis needs to pull up. Yeah, something like that. Mortal Kombat, man. It hasn't really been in the news lately for anything positive. They've been releasing DLC, but nobody seems to care. Cameo characters from all different types of cool shows and shit. Nobody cares. Homelander. Got the boys in there. The Homelander. Omni-Man. I don't know why I said that twice. Got Omni-Man. You got cool characters in it. Just nobody seems to care. Then Evo came out. Like 8 people signed up for Mortal Kombat 1 at Evo 2024. So if you sign up for Evo right now, you can be in the top 8 pretty easily. Best players in the world. I see content creators and pro players complaining on social media about the state of Mortal Kombat 1. There's a lack of content. The online is laggy because Street Fighter 6 is the standard, as well as Guilty Gear Strive. Hopefully 2XKO is good. People didn't like the fact that there's no lobbies, even though the 2K community, well, you niggas like the 2K community in terms of fighting games. People said I was a hater. There are lobbies. It's called King of the Hill. I said no. That's King of the Hill. A lobby allows you to play whoever you want in the lobby. King of the Hill, you have to always win. That's not fun when there's a fucking sweat in the damn lobby. I don't always want to play them. But they swore I was a hater. Mortal Kombat's next. It's the best-selling game. Best-selling fighting game. Okay. What does that mean? Who gives a fuck? Once again, the Evo numbers are down. People called me a hater. One day you're going to give me my flowers. This game's dead. You said I'm in my era of sticking to my music playlist. Pretty much. A lot of the new stuff is like whatever to me. But we got some positive news. Well, sort of positive. This is kind of weird. Let me read you this article. New York City reportedly spends almost $60,000 on games like Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 to encourage good behavior from inmates. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your local Rikers Island is buying PS5s, taking your tax-paying money to buy murderers, scammers, and other things. Because not everybody in jails for, you know, bodily harm or anything like physical or extreme. There are other things. You know, there's white-collar crimes. But they're using our taxpayer dollars to buy Xboxes and PlayStations so they can play Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1, knowing that some of you can't even afford Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 due to inflation. How are we feeling about this? Let's read the article. Those of us in the FGC already know, but fighting games are truly something special. As it turns out, they can be a real difference maker when it comes to the number of incidents that happen in a correctional facility. As reported on by the New York Post, New York City's correction department has apparently spent $60,000 of taxpayer dollars on 1,247 PS4 and PS5 games consisting of Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1, as well as non-fighting games like Madden and NBA 2K. These fighting games are being played by inmates within the New York Correctional Facility. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't afford a PS5, just go to jail. They got them there. It's funny to think about fighting games. Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 can be used to reduce the number of fights that break out. Of course, only inmates with a history of good behavior can gain access to the recreational rooms contained in these video games. Okay, I'm glad they answered that question, because that's what I'm not gonna lie. If you got somebody in jail for triple homicide and you let that nigga play Mortal Kombat, that would be crazy. Like, I don't know if that's the best form of therapy, but it's for people on good behavior. Okay. The only thing that I don't like is I'm paying for this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm paying for this and you're paying for this. But I guess if it keeps them out of trouble, it is what it is, man. Getting ready for Evo. Imagine showing up to Evo and you sit next to a nigga who just did 20 years, bruh. Be like, damn, wait a minute. I seen you before. Wait, yo, your Scorpion is pretty nice. Where I seen you from, bro? You was at Combo Breaker? No. You was at last. No, you wasn't. Where did I see you from? Wait a minute. You're Fleece Johnson. Give me that booty. You try to run. He says, "Get over here, give me that booty." According, wait, I see you on the first 40. Wasn't you on the first 48 snitching for a Chick-fil-A sandwich? Like, according to a longtime officer, these games are essentially like holding a carrot over inmates' heads as a way of getting them to cut down fighting and rule breaking. This is apparently especially effective within facilities housing younger inmates. However, there have been some critics of this sort of tactic. After all, the money being spent on these games could go towards being better air conditioning for the prisons, more work staff, or even towards the homeless population. I'm gonna add to that because I agree. Although it does sound like it's doing something positive, these things I agree with. I'm gonna add another thing, right? Who has ever driven past a prison, right? They're called correctional facilities, but the thing is, they're not correcting anything. They're just housing these people and telling them they're bad people. I feel like if we want, because a lot of times when people end up doing crime, they end up going back to prison or jail. And it's usually because they lack opportunity or skill sets, right? So if I am going to pay for something with my taxes, personally, I prefer it not to go towards Madden and 2K and Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. And I'd rather my tax-paying money to go to these facilities to give them the tools they need to stay out of jail. Because not only does it help them get back on their feet, but it helps us because we don't have to deal with more criminals. The reason a lot of times, and this goes back to a conversation I had, which by the way, I've never been suicidal. Goes back to a conversation I had on stream the other day. We often in society talk about symptoms when we need to talk about the source of the problem. The source is there's a lack of skill sets, education, tools, and resources. Why the fuck am I buying these motherfuckers PS5s when we can teach them, yo, we need more plumbers. We need more electricians. We need more HVAC. Shit, talking about air conditioning. We need more people installing air conditioning. You making too much sense. Actually rehabilitate these people, especially giving them tools. Because a lot of times, you know, when people go to jail, when they go to look for a job, the reason it's a trap too. And this is why you got to stay, doing crime is dumb. I understand the temptation and things that people go through. But once you get caught up in that system, when you get out, it's hard to get a job because you have to mark on the application that you have a felony or you committed some type of crime. And whether you check it or not, they're gonna check. So if you lie, that's even worse. So what happens is it's a vicious cycle. These people want to do good on a balance of probability, because it's not my place to judge people, man. People do, except for there's a certain group of people out there. Niggas who be playing with children and shit. And, you know, the 6'8" type of niggas who wear wigs and red vest, those types. And a few other. But for the most part, I feel like most people are redeemable. I'm not here to judge anybody. And if we want them to stay out, the diddlers. If we want them to stay out of trouble, we got to give them the tools. I believe in second chances. And on the balance of probability, if somebody did 10, 15, 20 years, I have a hard time believing that most, not all, but most are coming out with this mindset, I'm going to get back in the streets and go crazy. I'm pretty sure they did some thinking. What happens is they don't have the resources and the opportunity, the tools and the education to take care of themselves. So then they resort back to crime and they end up back in the system and the cycle repeats itself. It's very vicious. So I'm a proponent of let's stop giving people PS5s. The idea, it means well, but let's give them tools that they can use in the real world so that they can sustain themselves. Things that they can self-employ, like shit, starting a cleaning business or something like that. Doesn't require crazy education. Teach them how to fucking start a damn cleaning business so they can get a contract to clean hotels or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Man. What would their gamer tags be? I don't think they're playing on time. I don't think they're playing online, Beans. I don't think they're playing online. They're playing in. They're playing. Imagine you did run into an inmate though online, playing Street Fighter. No, playing Mortal Kombat 1, and that nigga threatens to shank you because you beat him best 2 or 3. Former esports, a prison esports team. Nah, I don't know about that. That's too much. Because the thing with a prison esports team is they would have to travel to other prisons to play other prisons. That's going to cost taxpayer dollars. Now we're talking about busing them to another facility. That's also a security risk. What if people escape? Like, that's too much, dog. Nah. They're going to play games, keep it in their facility. They can hold tournaments. The winner gets a honey bun or something. I don't know. I don't know about all that. But the idea is, I get where they're coming from. I just think our money could be going elsewhere. But hey, Joe Biden is too sleep. So who knows? Who knows? Other Mortal Kombat news. Yeah, you play for a honey bun, play for one of them prison food treats. There's a channel on that always appears on my For You page. Tell me if y'all seen him. I think he's Filipino from like his facial structure and his skin tone. I think he's a Filipino brother that serves some time. He does videos on TikTok where he shows how to cook prison treats. And at the end, whenever he eats it, he says, bussin'. Have y'all seen his videos? Give them niggas a prison treat, bro. They be making prison burritos and shit. Like, nigga be cooking with a fucking battery under the toilet and shit like that. Ramen, hot. I know that nigga breath stink. Fucking ramen and hot Cheeto burritos, bro. Bussin'. Very creative though. That stuff is interesting to me because it's very creative to see what people do when they lack the resources. They just work with what they can. Be making fucking Laffy Taffy and shit. I never knew coffee creamer could do so much. No, not China Mac. I said he's Filipino and this nigga said China Mac. Yo, let's move on. Let's move on. Chopped up Vienna sausages and Roman hot Cheetos. Right, they be putting fucking hot Cheetos in a pickle and boiling it and shit. Oh my god. I saw him making Oreo shakes with some sugar and hot water. This shit is interesting. I don't want to eat any of it, but anytime his videos appear on my For You page, I watch it. I'd be interested. Other Mortal Kombat news. Mortal Kombat Remaster being teased by the studio CEO. Mortal Kombat could be the next classic franchise to get the remaster treatment. It's something that somehow flew under the radar. The CEO, Joe Tresca, took to Twitter in late June to tease something that his studio is apparently working on. That tease came with a screenshot from an updated version of Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not saying, but just saying, we might be cooking up something special over a eyeballistic, he said, I guess an eyeball emoji. Immediately, the response from people in the replies were mixed. Some seemed excited about the possibility of a remaster, while others criticized the shared image due to a pair of heavy AI elements. I'm not gonna lie, a remaster of Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't do it for me. I did read this article before the stream, and I was thinking about it while walking Aki. Mortal Kombat, the original like 3 Mortal Kombat games, they were great for their time, like in the 90s and shit, but I don't want to replay this shit. I feel like Street Fighter 2 and 3, they aged very well. Like, I recently played Street Fighter 2 and I still it's a little slow and clunky, but I still found myself having fun. Like, oh, I want a Street Fighter 2 cabinet one day. I don't know if I want to play Mortal Kombat again. I don't know, like the old ones. Let's keep it modern day. I don't even want to play Mortal Kombat 1, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe y'all would want to. For me personally, it doesn't hit the same. Out of all the old school games we could get a remaster, why would anybody want the original? Like, y'all want these digital characters with fucking Jax with his nipples out and shit? Street Fighter 3 still slaps. The Alpha 2, depending on which 2 you play. Like one of the sped up, one of the Hyper Turbo, Ultra, Mega, Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego Vegeta versions of Street Fighter 2, where they sped it up. Like that one, they play pretty good still. But Mortal Kombat, like the original ones, fucking uppercut, I'm good. Get over here. Mortal Kombat getting all the slander. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got it. I feel like Mortal Kombat got better over the years, but originally Mortal Kombat was really popular because of the shock value, like in the 90s. But mechanically, I never felt like it was as good as Street Fighter. And this is why, and still to this day, it's mechanically not as good as Street Fighter. There's a reason why Street Fighter still runs Evo. Real quick, just want to say other countries create a facility that's like an apartment that helps you become a better person. Talking about like a halfway house, they have that in the States, but I think that's more for like recovering drug addicts, I think. Aloha. So yeah, look out for that just in case. New Ninja Turtles game, since we talking about fighting. This one's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Unleashed. It's set in the Mutant Mayhem universe, which is the recent movie that was fire, by the way. Drops on October 18th on consoles. Let's check out this one.
All was back to normal. So, guys, thought that after beating Super Duper Fly, all was back to normal? Well, not quite. A new bunch of mysterious mutants has taken over the city. And
oh no!
Somebody needs to do something about it. Are the Ninja Turtles up to the task? I know they've been training hard and are keen to try their new moves. Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey will surely give their best. Be it facing the challenge.
Said malnourished turtles, the fuck? They look more like actual teenagers.
On their own or together.
I'm confused by these camera angles.
But will it be enough? A malaise is spreading through the city. And it's impossible to know who's a friend anymore.
Oh God, it's coming to PS4 and the Switch and the Xbox One. Oh my God. This is a maybe game. Like, I'd get it on the 5. It's coming to PC too. I wouldn't get too excited about this game because it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. I wouldn't expect anything too ambitious. We waiting for the rise of Ronin, not the rise of Ronin, the Ronin game. That's the rise of Ronin. Fucking rise of Ronin. Definitely want to see how you feel about the new 3D Double Dragon. I think I have an article about it. The last Ronin, my fault, yeah. Could be getting a movie prequel, but no. This is a wait and see. I gotta see some more. Looks, yeah, this is like it could be a good Game Pass game. Looks like it'd be a good game. But Ninja Turtles, I'm always gonna have a special place in my heart for Ninja Turtles. Did you see the new Bleach game? I don't even watch Bleach. Is it a 3D anime arena fighter? Because I don't care. We got some Marvel Rivals closed beta test news. Console signups close on July 16th, so sign up now if you haven't already. PC signups start up on the 20th. Twitch drops campaign, so if you're streaming, you'll get drops. I'll probably be playing it, so I'll have drops enabled. Galactica's Quest event pass is back, featuring another exclusive reward. You'll get a Venom skin. Everyone who finishes the event passes and unlocks the Venom recolor and could keep it forever, just like Scarlet Witch's Moonlight Witch recolor. War of the Realms tournament is announced. The tournament registration runs from the 25th to the 30th, and the tournament will happen the 30th to August 4th. 4 tournaments run simultaneously, 3 for PC split by region, North America, Europe, and Asia, and 1 for console. Never do Africa, bro. What the fuck is that? PC players can freely register in any of the 3 regional tournaments, but will suffer from a higher ping if choosing to play on distant servers. Once again, players that hit level 6 can claim an additional invite in-game code. So if you want to sign up, sign up. I wish you would have dropped the link in here to where to sign up. I believe if you played the PC version last time, you're going to be in the beta, so you don't have to sign up. Tournament, let the game drop. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of a red flag to me. Trying to do tournaments before the game is out and fully balanced and like everybody agrees it's in a good state. I don't know how I feel about that. Prison playtest. Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Y'all think they gonna play it? Y'all think they gonna play the because the beta is gonna be on PS5. You think they gonna play it in prison? Let's talk about it. The prison playtest. Hold up, y'all. 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Like the Scarlet Witch is being ignored. Yeah, we need that. Concord saving PS5. I don't know. I gotta set up a play date, a GI play date to play Concord. I'm not paying to get into that shit, but when it opens to the public on the 18th, I want to try out Concord. That's why they need an esports team. What's the name of that Bleach game? TBH, do you think you do fine in prison? Not saying I want you there. Do I think I would do fine in prison? I don't even think about that. Like, I don't. What kind of question is that? Yo, shout out to Finesse with the sub. That's not even something I think about. Like, I don't even want that energy on me. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I know you don't want me there. I get what you're saying. Hypothetical. Do you think you'd survive in prison? I don't even want. Mentally, I am nowhere near that shit. Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize. What's the name of that Bleach game? Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Announcement trailer. Remember, kids, prison's no cool. Hello? Is it gonna play? YouTube? 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 There we go. As a 30-year-old man, you ever thought about throwing away your life?
I wish for strength. If I cannot protect them from the wheel, then give me a strong blade and enough strength to shatter fate.
I'm copping, not gonna lie. The art looks nice.
Do you wish to save your family?
Just tell me how. I'll do anything.
Anything?
You must become a soul reaper.
Whoa. That sounds crazy. Bandai. Oh my god. Where's the gameplay? Ninja Storm 10. Oh, no, it is. I thought the chat was joking. Why y'all tell me to watch this? Why y'all tell me to pull this trailer up? I'm telling you, man. The anime community, and it's because they're nerds, they slide under the radar. But you people are on the same tier to me as the 2K Madden community. You get what you deserve. Y'all asking me, am I excited about this shit? JP's right. This is Ninja Storm 10. No. What about this excites y'all? No bullshit. I'm genuinely curious. What about that excited y'all? Oh my god, man. What about like a Bleach action adventure game? What about a Bleach action game like Bayonetta or DMC where there's like combos and shit like that? People are just happy to get a Bleach game because it's been a long time. What's the comment say? Finally, something that's not a mobile game for Bleach. Oh my god. Bleach game comeback. See? Lost cause. They're excited. Anime community is a lost cause, but what can I expect from a community where a large group of them don't shower and they have very questionable behaviors? Yeah, that emote is so funny to see in the chat. Oh shit. I'm good off this chat. I'm good off this. Dragon Ball FighterZ dev announces a new Double Dragon revive. How many times are they gonna remake this shit? This is Anime Arena Fighters for old heads. This is a game for Flock, Nomad, JG, Siggy. Oh, sweet new Double Dragon. Let's scroll across the screen and punch some goons. Bleach fans been in a drought. Let us live. Back in my day, this shit was fire. This shit looked like a Xbox Connect game. You can't tell me this don't like Connect graphics. Is it like Streets of Rage? It's exactly like Streets of Rage, Double Dragon. Honestly, I get both those games confused all the time. I'm on status, I don't want this shit. I'm on status too. I don't want this shit either. I've never been a big fan of like side-scrolling beat 'em ups. The only side-scrolling beat 'em up I've ever genuinely loved is the Ninja Turtle games. And then I remember I did love, I think it was an X-Men game on the Super Nintendo. That one was pretty fire, but like a lot of them are just kind of samey. So it's like if I'm gonna play one, I might as well just play Ninja Turtles because I can play with my buddies. I'm waiting for somebody to innovate this genre, add some depth to it. I never played Battletoads. I know a lot of people love it. It's supposed to be super hard, but I never got to play it as a kid. Y'all remember Urban Reign? I always bringing that shit up. I like the Michael Jackson one. I know of it. I never played it. I've seen footage. From Software, if you're having Elden Ring depression, a user on Tech for Gamers forum has spotted an intriguing job listing at From Software. It can be traced back to Armored Core 6. According to the job listing, From Software might be looking for someone to help with DLC for Armored Core 6. The responsibility section of the job listing states that From Software requires a developer well-versed in modeling and texturing characters for robots. Now, From Software has only one game under their belt with robots, which is Armored Core. You ever play Beatdown Fist or Vengeance? No, I don't know what that is. So, we might have a hint at what's coming next. Some Armored Core DLC. Shout out to Penny with this appreciate it. Take it with a grain of salt, though. Just rumors. Also, it's just a job listing. It doesn't mean anything. Even if they are working on something robot related, it doesn't mean it's going to come out. Games get canceled all the time, chat. So keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. But there are whispers. If you like Armored Core content, you're suffering from Elden Ring depression, you don't know what to do with yourself, we might have something on the way. And then last but not least, Microsoft could stop pushing Xbox consoles in Europe and other regions. The marketing plans for Microsoft regarding Xbox consoles could be changing in a major way. In the latest edition of Tom Warren's The Notepad newsletter, the push to sell Xbox consoles in Europe and other regions could be going the way of the dodo bird. According to a tip from Warren received, Microsoft will reportedly stop marketing the Xbox console itself in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Instead, the company will focus solely on the Xbox Game Pass, cloud gaming, PC, and Xbox controllers. Microsoft has been struggling to sell Xbox Series consoles in many countries across the EMEA, and the tipster believes that Microsoft will now allocate less console stock to Europe as a result, he says. Warren adds that he hasn't been able to fully verify the information from the tipster and it's still looking for more information. This is crazy. This is especially crazy too, because like, what if a game comes to Xbox that everybody wants to play and then Europe has no stock for it? And then what if they don't have the internet to stream your games? That's kind of, you guys could just make a better platform. You could just make better games and make people in Europe want to buy what you have. Making it so there's only streaming there, that's kind of crazy. Because there's a lot of spots in Europe, and I know there's a lot of spots in Australia too. The internet, there's a lot of spots in America. The internet is not good. It's kind of a risky play to make. Kind of a risky play to make to go all in on Game Pass. Xbox handheld, maybe that's the reason. They're trying to gamble with the Game Pass. I feel like that's hella risky. But who am I to say? So I take it PlayStation's the most popular thing in and probably Nintendo in Europe. Imagine being dependent on Starlink for your business model. I'm saying. Because I feel like when you do that, you're only thinking about people who live in major metropolitan areas, people who live in like, you know, the Londons. I don't know what the big places. I'm ignorant. With Manchester, Liverpool, whatever the big spots are. Dublin and fucking Ireland, like whatever the big spots are in all these European nations, Barcelona. Not everybody live. What about the people on the countryside of France? On the countryside, on the grayest of the grayest areas of Britain, where maybe the internet connections aren't the best. Now you're just boxing them out, period. Now you're forcing them to buy a PlayStation so they can buy FIFA card packs, because you know them niggas addicted over there. They got to get their pink diamond messy. And then wonder why their bank account look messy. I wonder what the numbers are for the US. They're not very high either. The PlayStation is just outselling the Xbox. Europeans speak up. They wouldn't be in here because of the time. I did have a big European audience when I was on the East Coast. That's one thing that I missed about the East Coast. If I streamed in the morning, I would get the East Coast and the European audience. But on the West Coast, all I get is East and West. And even still, it's kind of hard to pull the East because it's late by the time I start for y'all. Oh, shit. Yeah, so you're not going to find any blokes in here too often. I'm from the UK. What part of UK you from? You got an Xbox, yak? Speak up. All my UK blokes. Mandem. I got an Xbox, so you one of the few. How you feel about them cutting support potentially? Because this is just a rumor. We are in London right now. Hey, you live on the road. You live in the inns. You live in the inns with the ski mask. Central C, Ice Spice. I'm on the East Coast with the bros and listening to that Italian drill. I got more articles, but I gotta